Hey, what up, what up, what up, y'all? It's your boy J Miz. I'm back again. Sorry for all the lateness, all the MIA. You know, I be dealing with real life situations. I be hella busy, working, trying to get this album done, whole bunch of stuff and whole bunch of other stuff that, I know how it goes. It's just real life, you know. And so I'm here and I want to say everybody that came through to show love, thanks, welcome. I highly appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm gonna start doing these series on the Samplitude Pro because ain't nobody hardly doing that. And a lot of people, when they do come by my channel or by my little IGs or little socials, they be asking what DAWs I'm using. And the digital audio workstation that I'm using is Samplitude Prox7. I got the 7. In the meantime, I got like reason I ain't upload the latest installed the latest yet because I want to finish my album and finish my bros album. Just to finish a little few projects that I'm gonna go ahead get clean slate and just go ahead clean everything out and then start super fresh, but super clean this time without all the extra plugins that I'm not using. You know how that goes. Just not trying to horror stuff and everything. You know, where I could get my workflows getting way better now that I know what I want to do. And just bear with me, guys. I know I'm all over the place. All right, so Samplitude Pro, even though I don't got the latest one installed, I'm just showing y'all the basics for now. As the series go on, then I'll rehash when I open up the new one and show you the news and uh, the new options and the new specifications and different kinds of um, new things that come in the updated version, what they upgraded and everything. And let's get to it. Let me just open it up. Okay, so that. And Samplitude Pro times 6 and Pro times 7, all Samplitudes is a company called Magix. Uh, I think they deal with, I think they do ASIC Pro. They like do couple a lot of the old school. They deal with a lot of the old school. I don't know if they bought them out. I think they bought them out, and I think they own it now. But a lot of the old school top, digital audio workstation studio DAWs was like New Windows and ASIC Pros and Forge, and so they got a lot of the old. Don't trip. Don't don't get it twisted. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I ain't. Let me quit saying old school. Just back in those times, like Cubase and this and that. They was like one of the hot studio dolls back then in those times in like 90s and going back into the 80s and stuff like that. Okay, Samplitude Pro times 6. This is where open up before you open up any session, your mix session or mastering session. This is your templates all right here. You get the stock templates, and you can create one and save it. And whenever you save your templates, this where it will pop up on the shortcut when you open up the DAW. It's like a pre shortcut to get straight to the point. Um, Anything that you did save, you know, in your sessions, it's all right here. Like demos and save sessions show up here, so you could just click on that without even opening files and stuff. You got the multi-track project, wave files. You got the audio, ACO Motu Pro audio, median, the audio setup. Quick audio setup is right here. Keep current settings. You get Da 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 da. Open demo songs, open help, and multi-track projects. This is where you know, wave files. Open up a fresh session and click here if you want. If you ain't trying to open up any save or in template options. So let me open up. Last time I did a little test I had this. See, I'm gonna keep it at the default. I don't know why that's 16 MIDI to keep you blank, buddy. Full tracks. Custom 16. Okay. Now this is like another. You click that, it's like real quick without opening up the file. You know, you get automatically before you even start your brand new session. Name it. Of course, the file path. Create new project subdirectory. Project template. You just seen that. I had my list open. Another list open again. Mixer setup. You can set up. You know, save how you want your setup on the mixer. Surround setup, project options, the sample rate, you know, the list, you know, the usuals, 48, 88, 96, 176, 192s, the list of track numbers that you just want to open, 16 to 1 to 16, or you can custom, you can type it in, the numbers of track you want. Same thing with, you know, a lot of other option displays. So let me get out of that real quick. Now, this is the basic. You know, this is, you see the transport right here. You can exit out. You can, you know, open it, close it. This is the mixer. You can just stretch it, shows. See, a lot of people, when they open up the Magix Samplitude, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. A lot of I noticed in the other videos, a lot of people, I guess they don't like the way it looks. So if you want the Pro Tools kind of look, the camo, this is what this is what I had my skin. This is the skin I choose, and I'm gonna show you where to go to switch skin on the Samplitude Pro. Go to program preference. This where you dig in and swell your little system audios, play by options, external setup, grid, project status. Let me see. Front manager, edit toolbar. It's where you get edit main toolbar, edit menu, reset toolbar, known options. You know, the quantize and synchronization, the quantizations, when things sync together. Definition, color setup. You know, the setup, the color of on your mix session on each track, and more. Advanced, but options. Let me see. Where's the skin? Project properties, snap and grid video, project status. I think it's in system audio. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but system audio. You go here, design. Go here. Go to system audio. System audio is your go-to on all the main majors. Your audio setup, where depending on what interfaces, or if you got more than one interfaces, you can switch them. Here, the ACO setup, clock source, eternal, ACO buffers. We could change the buffer. You know, I got mine's on all the way on mixer efforts. I got hybrid. Mine's is on hybrid engine, but you can switch it. User buffers that show up what's work, what don't work. You know, different options, different settings. Software track monitoring. Hardware monitoring. Peak meter monitoring. Yeah, so I keep mine over there. That's for me. Monitoring behavior, I keep mine on tape, and I leave that off. Okay, now let me get back to the scans. Get back to the skin. See everything camo. That's my option. You know. Let me see. Two-board transport arranger. Let's see. Short skin canvas. See, that's put it on straight up on some 1980s. You want to have it look like that, but it's modern, but it's like 1980s. That 1980 computer PC look. It's like the skin that came after that, the green and the black. You know, the old computers they had back then. Let me see. And just score carbon. See, it started out like this, and a lot of people don't like, this skin right here. It started out on to me it reminded me of Logic. That's how Logic looked. That little navy blue. I don't think nothing's wrong with it, so I don't get it. Why people be acting like what they do. I don't get it. Even the mixers show up. See, I don't get it. It's more. I don't get it, but I understand. Everybody got their preference. Everybody got their taste. I think it's cool. I don't think it's, but I like that. The camel. I like the camo. The camo skin. That's what I like. Give you that. That's the Pro Tools color. Star gray. Yeah, that's straight up 1970s deer though, but still look good. I probably could buy more skins. I'm gonna look that up in a shop though, because they do get a shop. You get extra perks. Style V10. It's a little different. I must have added. It's a little different, but that's what I like though. That's what I like. I'm gonna stick with my camo. That's on the skin, y'all. Okay. You go here in the design part, view options, more options. How you want to set up your sessions, waveform colors. You get a red, blue alternated or customized. It's all the customized your session and everything. How you want everything set. And then of course you got the effects, generals, dithering, resampling, bouncing, VST rewild, automation, destruction, effect calculation, import, export settings, project options. This is where you gotta match up if you want to get it to sync and work. Because if you got your audio interface on like a different sample rate. Say for instance, you got your audio interface on 92, but your project section is in 16-bit or 48. It's not going to play. So you got to make sure this is linked up with I gotta get camera, so I'm gonna get a cam joint too, where that way I can have my little. I had it open before, but I'm gonna get it automatically when I don't gotta go through the phones and all this, the extras and this and that. Just have one set up direct to my PC. But of course, whenever it's on your audio interface, if it's like 92, then you make sure this goes 92 too. Also into the control panel setting of your PC. When you go through the different options and you go click in there and where it says general and advanced, and go to the advanced settings, and it shows the list of 24, 48, 24, 92. You know, it's all gotta match up. Everything gotta match up and link. But everything can run fine. Okay, let me see. Mixer setup, auto save. You can set it up so just in case if it get wacky, because you got all these plugins and you know how that certain plugins be eating up your source and your PS and all that. And once it start like the crash, sometimes if you forgot to save and automatically save your session, this will automatic. It's like an auto save just in case it crash. Always keep that at handy. Always keep that good and keep that active. Mixer setup, external effects for your outs, your ins and outs of your audio interface. You had click these boxes, check. You don't gotta check them, but and this is when you set output device. You click on that, and you hit that detect, and it'll send like a little signal to make sure everything's is active. Far as on towards hardware and like hardware compressors and this and that. This is more out the box. If you want a hybrid section, and in the box and out the box, you got a few little IOs and stuff, and you got a couple little hardwares. You add it to your settings and everything, add it to your setup, and to make sure it's on, you make sure this is matched up, and the 1 and 2's out, the 1 and 2's in, 3 4 out, 3 4 in, 5 6 out, 5 6 in. You get my drift. And then over here, you make sure it says on or turn it off. So if you did that and then you forget that and that you ain't get no signal, you gotta come back, make sure you cut them on, make sure you hit the on, and everything should be fine and dandy. But we'll get more into that. This is just a run through. This is like a beginner's guide, and just showing y'all, the basics of the settings and options, and in different areas. So you got video set up, video guys, synchronization. My bad, guys. I hate when I got that little itch, little tickle in the back. Mini machine controls. This is where disable. No, we ain't disable with none. I don't know. It's globally disabled. Do you want to enable it? Nah, I don't want to. This is where, as far as like your fader ports and all that, and MIDI keyboards, and this is all what this is about. Info, project information. If you take notes and stuff, and how they used to do it back in the day without the PZs, just straight mixing boards and stuff like that. Straight mixer. How they write things on the mixer, little notes. You could do it digital now, of course. Duh. Broadcast wave system option. Get back, but this is where the gold of things are at. Grand finales and keyboard, mouse, and MIDI editor, shortcuts, special keys, mouse, how you want to set things up, design effects. Oh yeah, you got a hardware controller. That's where custom microcontroller options. I ain't got nothing editor tatted up on that joint. So, to Pro. Click out of there. You see here the workspace. You can have it big icons, default, loudness, mastering, post production, power user. This is your little options here. Here it's the part of that. Take that off. It's the mixer. If you want to take the transport off, this would be my visualization. The graph, the left and right, make sure everything's not phasing. Of course, you got the imager. Make sure you can see it ain't phasing, or if you want to change it, you click the right button. You can change it to peak meter, loudness meters, surround, and it's basically very accurate too, y'all. It's very accurate. So you can have a setup where if you got a second screen in your setup, in your studio setup, and here you could just take the visualization and put it on the other screen. That way, of course, I ain't not saying that new. Y'all see it all over these YouTube streets and websites and socials and everything, far as on the music thing, the music studio setups and stuff like that. I see everybody still be. I might get one too still. If you ain't got a one TV or this and that, the tele. I forgot the name of it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The little meter joint from Sweetwater. But yeah, this is the visualization. This is each track. This is stretch. You can make it big as heck, or the usual. Volume, pan, solo, mute, record, monitoring, lock track, and revolver track for track 1, switch content. Here you get, of course, plugin. The on and off on your plugin. Of course, the fader on the side, and if you go the same thing. I hate when they do that. Same thing if you go here, it'll go 2. So 1. So when you click on each track, this here goes whatever track you on. That's what it's being used for. It's like a sideline mixer, and you can shift everything, each piece around too. How you want to set in your session, you can move things around and stuff if you want to. Let me see. Man. My bad, guys. Y'all gotta bear with me. This is why I'm cleaning everything out, because it takes a little time to get to the point and get to do what it do, because it's just waking up on a lot of stuff. Recently used options, your favorites, my list, favorite, of course, plugin browser. But we'll get into that another time. Let's get back to the basics of things. Of course, you got your little list on the side too if you want MIDI audio plugins, aux, EQs, comment. You can close that out if you want. Transporter, you can open that way. If you want the transporter up here and this come down there, you can switch it. Let me see. See what I'm talking about? You can switch it. And you can have the options. And you click that out. Open the transporter up. And then of course up here, let me explain this. You got of course you could skip options, position controls, show entire projects, different zoom in and out options, shortcuts. Up here, same thing with different options and different universal mode, range mode, code mode, object mode, volume object, left and right, cut mode, pitch shift, time stretch, draw mode, draw automation, spectral mode, scrubbing mode, zoom. You know, so it got a variety of all you could do. You got it's no limit. You know what I'm saying? Master P type. It's no limit what you could do with this, and you know what I mean. And with the upgrades and the object editor, whoo, that's hard on certain areas and certain sectors. You could do it's all types of. It's a lot of, you know, it's so much. Even though you know, I'm a master at this though, and there's still a lot of other things that I don't know about on here. I'm still learning, you know, and certain things I just don't, you know, it's my own workflow. Something like I ain't gonna, you know, I usually don't mess with certain things and get into that, you know, and stuff like that. Auto CDs, make CDs, create DVDs, play once. You could play loop, play once. You could punch, and on the transporter you got different markers. You're in and out. Excuse me. Now on to record, make sure you hit this first. Damn, that came right on up like. Okay, and then you make sure you had this to punch in. But it's still record. You don't gotta have the punch in for real, but I just have it in because sometimes it's not going to record without the punch being in, or you can set it out whatever length of the track, and then you can have it punch out, and they'll automatically punch out for for especially it'd be good for us on the solo did. Let me turn this off on the solo when you just recording yourself doing your own. You know all my all arounders, all the producers and engineer. You a producer, you know, engineer, mixer. You does it all. You know, we the rare breeds. You know, all my rare breeds. We understand the ones that does it all. You know what I mean? The classes and stuff like that, Tiblet and all that. You know, we do that, do this, multitasking. Let me see. Go back. But and all your options, file, course, appear, export, different bouncing, advanced export bouncing, WAV, MP3, MPG, window media, AACs, you know, etc. Advanced export and track bouncing, MIDI bouncing, cleanup, backup, close project, project properties, program preference, more, and of course a list of sessions that were saved, and then we go to edit, you know, mouse mode, object mode, undo history, delete undo history. You go to copy, cut, and there's even different options, paste, silence, stuff like that. Track, insert new track, copy track, you know, etc. Objects, object editor, MIDI editor, new MIDI object, edit, quantize, object effect, you know, all your usuals, you know. Play once, play loop, appear, automation, effects, CD, DVD, views. This is where you go to the options to open up things to view. Now I closed down. Let me open that back up. And then here go my visualization. Come back. You know, video window, track editor, automation panel, keyboard, manager, Docker, manager, toolbar, section, VIP display. You know, all usual. You know, you got your bars and your quadrant section here. The magnet where it automatically snap on. Snap beat the bars, and no. Every one thing I say about all the DAWs, once you get the basics down, and if you do happen to go to like, all right, now I want to try. Let me try Pro Tools. Let me try Logic Studio One, or let me try this out. They all like kind of, they're different, but they're all like kind of the same far as the user, you know, almost the same, kind of the same. Not gonna say exactly the same, but they almost far as the your shortcut buttons and your options, but they might be placed in a different area. You got this. The other DAW might. This DAW might say loop sync. The other DAW might say quantize. Still mean the same thing, but just different. Different wordings and stuff like that, depend on the company of the DAW, how they want to word their options and everything, and this is the mixer section. In the mixer section, you get your ends. Let me scroll that down some. On the regular TV, you'll be able to see it super full though, but I got the little display on the resolution on something different, so it's a little crazy. But fine with me. Your ends is right here, and your outs is at the other end. Of course, your ends 1 and 2, where I got my mic plugged in at, and the 1 and 2s in number 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know how that go. Toss lead the 8 at stereo, mono in, stereo FX, audio record. You know how that goes. Then you got your aux. You got all the auxes right here on each track to show. That's when you get into like parallel compressions and little extras. Plugins. It might start out like a little 4 though, but it stretch longer than that. It stretch longer than that, I believe. You hit this plus, hide effect. Hold on. Yeah. See, it goes more. See, what got me confused, like when I be looking at Pro Tools, and when they in their mixer session, theirs go like say like A is a couple on your chain, your rack chain go like this, and then it got another section. It might be A, B, and then C on each track, and then they got their. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. They got everything's rearranged or in their own way of your workflow. You might got this one individual that do not like how things are arranged on this DAW, but the individual might like how things are going in Logic or Pro Tools. It's all about preference and workflows. It's all about what could make you get the project done as soon as possible, but very, how I could say, professional at the same time. You know what I mean? The workflows get done. The saying of what Mr. G. R. Dakin was saying, get home early. So it's all about the what you some projects might seem complicated. Sometimes when I look at the other one, I'm like, like I was just saying in Pro Tool, I'm like, it's gonna be a little confusing. But if I would have switched to Pro Tool, I already know it's gonna be a learning curve for me. It's gonna take some time because everything is rearranged a little different on there. Here y'all already got a master bus section, but on there, I think on Pro Tools, it seems like you gotta create one and and set it up, and if I'm not mistaken, so. But y'all get my drift and everything. But yeah, this is the list of. It just goes straight like that, and don't got the how Pro Tools do, but still fine and dandy, Of course, you got the EQs, your panning, left and right panning, your EQ. Let me see. Show dialogue. No, I don't show dialogue, but you can click on that, get copy reset. Okay, let me click this in. Snap. Okay, EQ. Okay. So all that, if you want to hide your plugin chain, the aux chain, or your EQ of the mixer. Here, of course, start track 1, 2, 3, 4. You got the solo, you got the mute, you got the you got the automation, the read, different option in automation if you want to write or over, how that goes. Record button, of course the faders, VCAs, of course I'll get into that later on down the line of one of the episodes for us linking the track all at the same time, and get into all the other stuff. Next time when I open up my session, I already got everything set up. But that's another tip for y'all to get into. Once you get always create, beef. Yeah. You know what I mean? I be all a little excited trying to explain, and sometimes I be fumbling my words and everything. But I'm like, I be rushing and I be getting ahead of myself. So let me slow down a little bit. But yeah, VCA, I'll get into that next video. Then I'll get into that. But I'm going to show y'all. Of course, I know the monitor. Here, the FXs. If you want to, vocal chains and stuff like that, make your chains and templates. You save, reset, save, copy. You always want to have that list going. On here, it's with the routing. Even though on my setup, if I would have loaded that up, you would have seen like vocal bus and all types of other stuff. But like I said before, I'm just getting into the basic of it. Master stereo, the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where you can hardware, link your hardware, set it up, make sure when you go on the insert and returns and stuff like that. And this is where you can see your vocal bus list, your drum bus list. Whenever you end up creating one, all that will be coming up here, and all the lists and different color tracks and stuff like that. Next time, I'm gonna just upload mine, but I know it's gonna take a little while to upload. And everything, and it's all good. Okay, like I said, VCA, the FX, explain that here. Track 1, that's what that means. T1, T2, T3s means track 1, track 2. You could color these each track, on your how you want to organize it. Of course, the master fader, the master bus. Solo, mute, bypass, auto record, chain up, high track, high master, solo, monitoring, little options here, you can load. This is where you can save your mixer settings, and this is where you can load your mixer setup at. Snapshots here. You got your mono, stereo. This is the reset section. If you want to reset, you want to set everything. As far as the EQ wise, you hit that, all the EQs reset. Same things for the FX, aux, peaks, mono, stereo. And then my mastering is even on mixing. I always hit this button right here because it reset the total peak level of. It's just reset everything to make sure to check and see, ain't nothing clipping, or make sure you know how stuff be bouncing around. Setups and folders. Of course, on the master chain is where I set things up at. And this and that, on your master bus, how you want to set it. And then if you don't got this stretched out enough, like you stretch it out more, shorten it, or you can scroll to see the total of tracks that you got open in your session. Okay, let me see. But this is basically the basic of it. Um, I'm trying to make sure I explain everything. Well, I ain't explain everything, but make sure I got everything for us. But for the beginner, just open it up, messing with it. This is, replay it a couple times. I know I be getting some stuff. What I be saying is confusing, but I gotta. I'm not a camera dude, all like that, and I'm not. What I mean, I'm not into the public of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's strange. So I gotta get used to this still. Like I said, all my other videos and my beat videos. Yo, bear with me, man. I'll be having my little technical difficulties and stuff like that, though. And but yeah, I think I'm finished up here. Of course, I'm gonna get into the automations and all the little events and all the. Okay, yeah. This here is the phase button right here, and these little, yeah, this be the phase button right there, and next time I have a track plan, but I gotta open it up. That's one thing I need for Magix. The only down, which I don't like, they need to. I don't know if they did it in 7. Hopefully, when I install this 7, it can automatically fit with the OBS. For some reason you gotta, with this DAW, you gotta get a substitute routing on the output of, just to be able to hear what you playing in this. You know what I mean? Because I would have been did a lot of plugins, especially Acustica. That's all I mess with. Acustica, hands down, my number one top. Of course. Oh, that's another thing too. I'll get it. That's another video for that. The stock. I'm gonna get into all the stock plugins and this and that. Man, the stock plugins is this shit. You know what I mean? It's telling you just like how Pro Tools stock plugins. The stock plugins sound good. Sound real good. But I'm gonna get into those options. It's gonna be later on down the line videos and stuff like that, and it's gonna be pieces. But this is the basic, just to get you started. Of course, the mixer. Of course, I show you this skin because I've seen a lot of people talk about they don't like the way it look. I got the camo. You want the Pro Tools look? This the camo. You get. I already show you where the option to change your skin, and you can add more skins. It's not you get. You got to go to the Magix shop where they got other extras, extra perks and stuff like that. Uh, and effects. I'll be getting into more and more. For now, this is it. This is the beginning, and hopefully y'all enjoy. I'm gonna say thank y'all for kicking it with me, and we're gonna get back groovy. You know what I mean? Your boy back. You know what I mean? I've been a little. Not saying lazy with it, but like I said, it's like. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get into it. You know what I mean? And get more. That just a lot of serious stuff going on. Of course with y'all too. So I know so much stuff going on. So, but I've been doing a lot more in to keep. So I'm gonna be doing these 99 to keep my mind off the world and everything, and a lot of shit that's, excuse my language, a lot of stuff that's going on all around. And we just want to say everybody just keep thinking positive. Make sure y'all be thankful and grateful every time when y'all wake up. Give thanks. I always give a shout out to Mother Nature, Mother Earth. I always give a shout out to the Creative Source. I always give a shout out to all the good angels. Shout out to all the ancient ancestors here for the greater good. To the real sign, to the universe, the cosmos. Always be thankful. Always be thankful, y'all. Always be thankful. Swear. Always give thanks. Heavenly Father, Most High, all that. Always give thanks. No matter what you know, what y'all on. This. Hold on, I'm getting sidetracked a little bit, but yeah, this here. I'll get in more detail in another video, but this is like the zoom and scroll on your tracks and everything. But like I said, give thanks, y'all, and I appreciate it. Just keep thinking positive, you know. It make hard times and everything. I get it, you know, it gets a little frustrated, but always stay up. Always stay up. Always show love to others. Always operate out of love, or try to operate out of love. You know, and always be real. Keep it real. Always be you, no matter what. It's weird. All right, it's your boy J Miz, J Miz Beats. Straight out the 15212, straight from the north, of course. You know, Pittsburgh, PA, PGA's, city is still, where it's real. And I want to say, yo, hit the like, subscribe, and you know, holla at me. You know what I mean? I ain't, you know, holla at your boy. All right, y'all stay up. All right, I'm out.